So, we're back, and I don't know, figured I would show you guys another map of this game. I enjoy this game a lot, and I don't know, since I play it a lot, figured I might as well try and bring you guys some footage. So this is Customs. Probably my favorite map in the beta so far. And I think the only reason that it's my favorite is probably just because like how linear it is. Like there's a little bit here and there that you can go off on the sides and everything, but for most of the part it's just a straight shot, which is basically just what I'm looking for. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with the more open maps or anything like that, but this one's just straight to the point. It's kind of weird that it's raining, actually, because I remember in the last video it was raining. As far as this goes, though, I guess I'll give a little bit more context on what I'm planning here. So, I figure since the first video went pretty well, I enjoyed making it a lot, I would kind of do the same thing, almost, but with each different map. So there's 4 different maps in the game, and I figured we would try and show off each map, and I'll try and do 3 runs of each map, but I'm going to try and switch it up a little bit and try and use different guns in each one. I know in the first one it was pretty sure I did 2 pistol runs and then a run with the AKS, which is fine, but I figure I'll try and show off a little bit more that this game has to offer, which I mean it is just beta, so I mean I don't know, there's only so much you can show really, but it is a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with it anyway, so I figured I'd try and, which I said that this map was pretty linear, so really all you have to do is just follow this road all the way up until you hit the roadblock, and then kind of head in towards the factory area. Definitely an NPC. Kind of afraid that there's going to be a lot of people around. I heard a lot of shots anyway. Try and get some cover while we loot here. So he had P.A.K.A., which is pretty good. P.A.K.A. is pretty much the lowest tier body armor, which as far as I understand there's only 2 in the beta. But I mean, still. Which this one's shredded, you can tell it has 0 out of 30. So there's not really a whole lot going on here. But if I can take it out, I can repair it and maybe use it later. Or I can repair it and sell it. Dorm room 110. Not super interested in keys. The only key I really care about is there's a factory key. And there's also, if I'm not mistaken, there's a factory key and 1 other key that's pretty useful. And then the other key that I'm talking about, you can actually use it on this map, and I'll show you here in a second where it's used. But it would be really helpful to have. Back in. Alright, so once you get up here to the bridge, you can kind of look around. This is where it starts to get a little bit more industrial. And as you can tell, here's the gas station. And this isn't really the roadblock that I was talking about, but it's kind of like, it does kind of push you off the trail a little bit here. But this is where you would use the key that I'm talking about. I can't remember exactly which key it is. Oh boy. But you can open that and it heads towards the, there's a gas station down that way. And if you go that way, there's one of the extraction zones there. So that's the only reason I really want it, because it's super helpful, and you don't have to run all the way to the end here, because if you run all the way to the end, there's going to be a lot more NPCs, which you'll see here in a second if I make it that far. There's a lot of NPCs inside the industrial like area though, inside the fence, which is the only reason I'm sure I wasn't really. I know I didn't react too bad to that shot that hit the glass there. So nothing in the box. I like to search the boxes just for stuff to sell, really. Most of the time there's some attachments in there. Sometimes they can be useful, but most of the time I don't have the specific gun that I need to use the attachment on. So I seen that was definitely a player. That's a scav. I'm almost positive. Pretty sure I killed him. Another shotgun. He's got another P.A.C.A., which is, if I had enough backpack room, I'd probably take it, but I don't. Because if I'm not mistaken, they're 4 tall. And I just don't have the room for it, really. That was kind of close, actually. So, he's just another NPC. I don't know, it can be a little bit more hectic towards this. Oh my god. That guy definitely has something decent. Oh! Fuck. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, last one didn't go super well. We found some pretty cool stuff and everything, but kind of sucks that we weren't able to get out with that. But it happens. It's part of the game. Kind of expect to. It's either a 50-50% chance, pretty much. Go in. You either get out or you don't. So, I don't know. I guess that's one of my biggest problems so far, is that I get a little too attached to my guns, I guess. Because I still have the AK in my inventory that I was talking about last time. I just, oh, he hit me in the leg. Oh, that fucker. I'm gonna switch to automatic. God, he really hurt my leg that bad. I'm really surprised he didn't fucking kill me in all that time it took me to do that. Oh, there's a player. He's just a hatchling, though. Oh, yeah. Trying to get him friendly. Something that people do in this game is they'll do the friendly wiggle just to see whether or not you're actually a good person or not. I'm really hoping that I can fix this leg. I think I'd need a splint though, which I do not have on me. So that's not good. Kinda gotta keep my eye on this guy, because if he gets to the point to where he just wants to kill me instead, he definitely could do that. Well, he's searching that. Yeah, I've got a fracture. There's almost no hope for me on this one. Alrighty. So, not having much luck. I'd really like to escape at least once on camera for you guys, but it can be a little difficult. And yeah, with that last one, pretty much exactly what I assumed was going to happen. Because my leg was already broken. So he had definitely enough chance to kill me. So he took it. Which is alright. I don't blame him. I would have done the same. But this time, I bought an AK-47. It's a pretty standard one. I just had to, I bought the rail that goes on the top of it there, towards the back, and I bought the sight for it as well. Just so that way I got a little bit more advantage with aiming. So I figure we're going to try and, I'd like to get as far as possible in this one, so let's try and actually get out. And with this run, I took it a little bit more seriously. I went ahead and brought body armor and an actual backpack and everything, so we can keep anything that we get. So we'll see how it goes. Well, that was easy. Nice. Well, there's one down there at the end of the road. Most of the time I don't see more than two here. There's every once in a while there's three. But for me it's not very often. Alrighty, another AK. That's good. So this guy had a Saiga, which isn't too bad either. We'll equip the Saiga instead. Keep that extra mag. I don't want to spend too much time looting though, because anybody can come through here and get me. So I guess the problem with this map, like, even though I like it a lot, the problem with it is if you don't have the key that I was talking about to get in this entrance right up here, you have to go to the very end of the map, and just like all of that time and like risk of like dying by another scav or dying to an actual player, it's really, really high risk. So it wouldn't be hard at all to die and then lose all of your progress. Normally I see a scav at this gas station like every time, which is the only reason why I'm being so skeptical. Because normally they're there, and I'm not this lucky with scav spawns. So instead of staying on the road, we're going to try and sneak up a little bit, because I'm afraid that the scavs over here at the outpost are going to really give me a problem. Because with the scavs at the outpost, sometimes there's ones that spawn up there, and they can have an SKS. Which is great and all. You would think, oh yay, that's awesome, because you can get loot out of it, but it's really hard to even get the loot off of them because they're so high up. They would have to like fall at like a weird angle against the railing, and since there's railing on it, most of the time they like can't fall off pretty much. So it's kind of depressing almost, because you really want the SKS that's up there with them, but you can't ever get it. So we're going to risk it a little bit, because there is a spawn for the factory key, which I've been wanting to get inside this building right here. We're going to try and see if it spawned or not. Normally I don't think scavs go inside buildings unless it's like a super like on its route kind of deal. So which key is this? Okay, this is military base checkpoint. Okay, so I do need this key. I would be willing to lose the splint over that key, actually. If I'm not mistaken, that's the checkpoint that actually gets us to the gas station, so that's super helpful for me. And that's the first time I've ever seen the key spawn there, which is awesome. Alright, anyway. Let's see if we can get the fuck out of here. So, as far as, like, the extraction points, this is the furthest one. But if you don't have any keys or anything, it's going to be the one that you end up going to most likely. Because you have to go to this one, or if you follow the road down that way, the train tracks and everything, you there's another one that's kind of like this, where it's like a little like bunker that you go down inside of, or the other one's the gas station. So I don't know. Anyway, super awesome. We got out. So thanks for stopping by. Have a good day, everybody.